I started producing music in 2005. I picked up Ableton Live and I was like blown away by the software. So I was like, I got to learn how to do this. I've always loved music and DJ'd vinyl and stuff, so I know what I wanted to hear. I live in Costa Rica in Januaries every year, so I took Ableton Live down. I was like, I'm going to learn Ableton Live and write some music, see how this goes. And then Josh came down because we throw a party down there every year. One day I was just working in my studio down there and he was like, what the fuck? This is awesome. Then we went back when you came back to the States, we went to your studio in LA, the Glitch Mob studio, and pulled some of those projects open and started remixing them, and we were like, fuck, we've got to do this officially. And so that's how PANTyRAID started. It was just really like a pure collaboration. Bass music right now, there's dubstep, which, you know, dubstep, the whole notion of dubstep is to dub, is to remake something with music. It's dubbing. And step from two steps, so sort of a double time dub of another version of a song you've heard before. So it's not really dubstep, but it takes from dubstep the instruments, the bass instruments. So you write original music with those instruments instead of just copying the notes from another song, which dubstep people do. So we kind of use that from the dubstep side, but I mean, we don't dub anything. None of our songs are a remake of anything else. It's all original. They're not really interested in writing original pieces of music. They're interested in hooks. I mean, I write dubstep songs all the time. I just did the XX. So the start of the song is the XX song, right? And everyone in the club's like, oh, I love this song, XX. What are they going to do with it? What's he going to do with it? That's dubstep. Then it's the rise. And then your interpretation of that song. So we don't really do that. We write original music with PANTyRAID and use some of the dubstep production instrumentation. And then Josh comes from the Glitch Mob, so he learned, his entire career has been about taking audio and manipulating it, which is what glitch is. It's making music from pieces of audio. So that's what he's a genius at doing that. He can take like one audio sample and make a whole song out of it by repitching it and transposing it here and there and filtering it and stuff like that. He's also a fucking great beat guy. He knows how to make one hits, like his drum hits are just huge. He knows how to layer shit really well. So the combination of those skills with what I think, I'm a real good songwriter. That's really what PANTyRAID is. It's like it's a project that's trying to change electronic music. The notion of it. And I think that what we're doing is we're making more bass-oriented hip-hop. So instead of just rapping the whole way through the track, there's verses which are a bass instrument playing a melody and then rapping again. And you saw Snoop Dogg just bought Chase the Status's beat, dubstep beat. Jay-Z's got some tracks on it. You know, they're all experimenting. It's going to come.
Yeah.
Misunderstand, from a rapper's perspective, they're very threatened because bass can take over because it's more dynamic. Right? Yeah. They have to use auto-tune and all that shit, and they're running out of gimmicks. Like, people are getting a little tired of 4 minutes of rapping, you know? So they don't want, I think on their records, they don't want to have too much music. And then, you know, just them maybe singing the hook. So they're a little threatened there. So I think what's going to come is there's going to be this like new hip-hop, which we call E-hop, electronic hip-hop, which is going to be, you know, more bass doing the rap. Human can't do that, and that's what we like. It's electronic.
Yeah.
You know, like you hear it, and in your mind you hear it's perfect, but you don't know how the fuck you could have made that.
Yeah.
And that's what we like. You break the barrier between what humans can do and what computers can do, and so we do it at double speed to do that. And we also do what you do is play a lot of melodies at half speed and then double them up. So it's like, you can never play that, a human being. It's so fast. Shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like new techniques. E-hop. It's gonna be popular. Hip-hop's dead. They need something new. The rappers have got no credibility. You know, what are they gonna sing about next? Okay, we've heard the love raps, we've heard the gangster shit. What's next? There's no way a fucking human being can make a bass drop like you can with a synthesizer in a club. And they'll never be able to do that. So they'll have, and that's what people want. Because you hear a dubstep set once as a listener on a good sound system, You can never go to a club again and listen to house music.
No.
You're bored.
Yeah.
You need that drop.